What is up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to some more Victoria 3. I'm recording this on December 31st, 2024. This will be the last series I've recorded in 2024 here, and we'll hopefully make it a good one here. Gonna finish the year off with some Vicky, just like how we started, and we're gonna spin the wheel of achievements to hopefully get ourselves a good nation to play as. I have some criteria. I want it to be a fun nation. I need it to be that sweet spot difficulty where I can do it in the next 10 hours before the new year comes, and also have it, be exciting enough and not just some easy throwaway achievement here. So let's spin the wheel and see what we can get. Get your car insurance. And let's see what we have here. Okay, I'm going to re-roll this one. The man who would be king is to form Afghanistan, but we just finished playing that area, and I'm sick of the Persia region. So unless we get to play as Persia, I don't want to do that. So the man who would be king. Unify Afghanistan as Kafiristan under Joshua Harlan. Oh, just Josiah Harlan. We will pass that one. There's an American flag back behind here. I wonder if there's some events related there, but we can do that another day. That's one of the Pivot of Empire achievements. Give me something exciting. Give me something. I want to kind of do South America. There's a bunch of achievements from that flavor pack that I haven't done. This is to play as Egypt. We're going to skip this one as well because we just played as the Ottomans and it's just the same area. So come on, wheel. Give me something good. Okay, caretaker. What is caretaker? Egalitarian society. Damn it, game. While it is exciting, you have to play as great powers, I think, to have a really good shot at the egalitarian society. You need really high education to get the last requirement there. I don't think it's something we're going to be able to do unless we play as a small nation or a very large nation. Maybe, depending on what we roll here. Okay, that's a good one. I didn't vote for Pedro. Play as Brazil. Change Brazil into becoming the constitutional monarchy, I believe is what it says. As Brazil, change government to republic and implement universal suffrage. That's going to be fun. I like that. Let's do as Brazil. And hopefully maybe have an egalitarian society, Brazil? I don't know. We'll try. We'll give it a shot. We will see. I think it's unlikely. Brazil is one of the economic dominance nations. But let's shoot for maybe an egalitarian society, Brazil, and see what happens. No Ironman mode. I want to be able to restart in case I do anything. I'm going to conquer all of South America as Brazil. It's just what I want to do. So we're going to take all of this. Play as Brazil. Of course, as Brazil, you start with the Emperor Pedro de Bagranca, the former ruler of Portugal. He has taken his seat of power in Brazil instead of staying in his capital state of Portugal. We could do some stuff about uniting the crowns. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Not feeling a strong inclination either way. I do want to just take over all of this area. I think trying to take all of South America would be fun. Brazil is in a period of upheaval following the abdication of Emperor Pedro I, which left the country in the role of regents. Well, Brazil managed to overcome these obstacles and emerge as a great power. So maybe Pedro took this over and he left his son, Pedro de Bagranca. I'm not sure. There's some story here. I read up on it a little bit when we did the multiplayer with me as Portugal and Emmers as Italy way back that ended up having to stop halfway through. But we're going to play as Portugal here, or Brazil here. And we're going to go for egalitarian society. So they got some new flavor packs. Say new. It's quite old at this point. We will be starting off in war with the Rio Grande Republic and Graupera. Should be an easy enough to win war. We have to, let's go and kind of look around and see our status. Tech-wise, normal start here. Military-wise, we do have light infantry. Society-wise, empiricism for public schooling is good. We don't have stock exchange, don't have banking. Let me kind of save our tech. I'm thinking it's going to be a push for railways like we normally do. So let's just queue that up for now, with intensive agriculture coming in second here. I'm not sure, but that's what the feeling I'm getting is. If we take a look around, we have... This will give us the victorious ragamuffin. Oh, that's a failed. Magnanimous monarch. We'll look at that in a second. The matter of slavery. The ban on slave trading is widely ignored. So we can issue the golden law. Influenced by a wider international trends, many members of Brazil's high society have been gravitating towards abolitionism in recent years. Should Brazil find itself with an abolitionist or humanitarian character close in the reins of power, or should the landowners be under sufficient control, the abolition of slavery could be expedited greatly, although at a cost. So, if landowners are not a part of government and they have lesser clout, we need to be enacting slavery ban. We need to have legacy slavery. Right now we have slave trade, probably. If I'm guessing if you don't have that. And so you get slavery banned. And you lose magnanimous monarch by 1. Okay. While the slave trade is too ingrained in Brazil to fully suppress, certain measures can be taken against the worst and most prominent offenders. Landowners are not part of the government. We may only change our stance every 2 years. Increased by 1 per month. We lose unrestricted trade chain, we get restricted trade chain. So instead of having slave imports, and you basically weaken the landowners who are very strong, and our characters are moderate. Okay, if we ban slavery, we lose influence in slave imports. Renewed African cycle. Oh, wow. This modifier is removed. Brazil no longer have the slave trade law. If great power with slavery ban law will display heightened levels of aggression towards Brazil, as long as we maintain the slave trade law. Rural folks gain the pro-slavery ideology. Let's go for selectively enforce right now. And you can go unchecked to have it be interesting. So that makes some intelligence not like us as much. What's our law situation while we do have it? We do have Francisco Sabina. He's a radical in charge of the intelligentsia. Our ruler is a radical, or is an intelligentsia guy as well. He's a reformer. That is nice. I could throw in a bunch of other people. Let's do that and keep the landowners on the outside here. We can't suppress them like we normally do. Can I get an agitator? Not right now. That's fine. We have agrarianism. That means we want to focus on education. We have local police force. I would love to go dedicated here. It's going to piss off our landowners. We have wealth voting, which is not terrible. Total separation would be good. It would piss off the Catholics. Appointed into elected. We do have... Okay, this is actually pretty decent. Like slavery would be good here. No one hates this, so for now, let's start legacy slavery movement. Eventually, I want to come over here and hit this up and change some of the other things as well, but for now, that's fine. Not the best in terms of our government. We have balanced taxation. We are taxing liquor. We want to tax services as well, generate some more revenue. Balance, I'm going to go and click over to iron frame buildings. We'll need to be able to pay for that. We have 2 construction sectors. We'll probably increase that amount either before or after the war. Let's look at our other... We'll do magnanimous monarchy next, but first let's do integrating with the Brazilian nation. Brazil is a colony without a motherland, a state without a nation. To forge a single identity from all the people who inhabit this vast land will take careful deliberations, the completion of Herculean tasks, and a steady hand. Is a single united Brazil truly possible? So we need to have research nationalism and integrate a bunch of things into our culture. You get Brasilidade, and Brazil gets Brasileiro for 9 years, 5% prestige, assimilation, migration traction, and we get a bonus towards magnanimous monarch. If it runs out, we get failed nation building. To do this, we need to enact slavery ban, and we need to have a regional national hero proclaimed to use in propaganda. So that's for that one, for the Nordestinos. So we're working on that. The Sulistas, you need to get rid of Rio Grandenese Republic, have a national hero, and the Ragmuff War has ended, and cultural turmoil in Sulista homeland has been reduced below 10%. Integrate the Amazonias, Graupero needs to be gone, and devastation is reduced here as well. And integrate the Polistas, you need to have the River of Coffee journal entry is activated and completed. Okay, speaking of journal entries, do we have any potential ones that I want to care about? So we need to have purchase power of the purse and scroll frigate. We can now get the Brazilian naval power, and then you have intensive agriculture, and equal 50%, 50 levels of plantation buildings to unlock the River of Coffee. Okay, everything else here is generic enough. No nation formations, we will be staying as Brazil. And let's check our last option here, the magnanimous monarch. The status of the progress bar will be determined by various positive or negative conditions. Positive being Pedro is crowned emperor, ending the regency period. Princess Isabel has been confirmed as heir of the throne. The armed forces or landowners are marginalized, completing your journal entries, and become a great power. Or negative being Pedro's male heirs have died. Pedro's health is in decline. Rejected or failed the Republic proposal. Brazil has slavery banned. The armed forces or landowners are powerful and not in government. Okay, so they're currently not in government, so we're going to have this tick down a little bit. Do not have tenant farmers or serfdom. Failed the Ragamuffin War Journal entry. Failed another entry. Brazil's a default. Any resolution has higher than 3% progress. Okay. So, if the progress bar is above 50% and we are dead, Pedro's successor and intelligence will begin their reign in a strongly advantageous position, and future interest groups will be more likely to choose progressive leaders in the future, and the enduring empire completes. If we fail, progress bar is at 0%, and these guys are not marginalized. And Emperor Pedro is dead, and we're below 50%. The proclamation of the Republic, we get landed voting, we get Prince Republic, and these guys become part of the government. So we ideally want this to go down for our conditions here. It's going to make us a republic, but it's going to make us a repressive republic. So is it better to force this through later or just kind of roll with it? I'm not sure. We can tackle that when we get there, but failing that doesn't seem to be a problem for us. We'll just lose our current status here. For this war, we have some interesting things going on here. I think we want to take, that's our navy. No one's in charge of this army. Let's get the surveyor who's charismatic here. Let's help him in the south. Go and take our military and upgrade all units. We'll deal with the costs of this eventually. Do I turn on supplements? Let's do it just for this war. It's going to increase our costs quite a bit. We can afford it. And we will just deal with what we have. We do actually start out pretty weak here. I mean, I could probably raise conscripts if I really need it. But we're fighting against irregulars, so options available there. Could also do the smart thing here and just do a fancy little naval invasion of Rio del Sol. I like that idea. And we'll just have these guys defend. You are engineer, better chance of being dug in, and you have heavy advance. We're going to defend front here. You in the north are going to have a problem. You are woodland combat expert. We're going to have you be defensive here. And we're actually going to get some conscripts in this army in particular because it probably is necessary. So let's get 4 conscripts here, and we'll get 2 cannon conscripts. Raise all of them so his army has parity with what he's fighting. And you, sir, we're going to get you some cannon conscripts as well. Just to guarantee we have parity with the forces we're fighting against. Okay, with that in mind, it's taken a little bit. We have extra authority. Do we want to improve any political movements? For now, let's do the abolitionist movement. You don't have a ton of support, but I could also suppress pro-slavery. Liberal is pressuring a good amount of people. We'll hold off for now. All right, check our market as well. Let's get our import and exports to the top just for my... We'll keep that down, though. For our balance, we need more grain, clothing, furniture, liquor, all those things. Market cost, most expensive are clothing and furniture of the luxury kind. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start with a little bit of furniture and textile industry here. Rio de Janeiro, I want to sort by peasants. So Pernambuco, out here on the coasts. Let's get 1 here for our furniture, and let's also get 1 textile mill in Pernambuco as well. And hell, since these take 2, let's get a 2nd furniture manufacturing. Going to take things slow at the start here. Let's go ahead and go speed 5. Let's think about our military situation. I want a friend. And my interests. La Plata for sure. We want to get involved in most of these regions. Make friends with you. We're probably going to need to be against Peru, Bolivia. So let's just temporarily declare you as a... Can I not do a rivalry with you? They have not unified, so... Not yet, but I can... Okay, I can't. Give me a rival with you. Just the 1 for now. We already have a rivalry with Argentina. Interesting. And I want to be friends with the great powers that have access to this area. I don't care too much about the Netherlands, but for now we'll improve with them. Better to have them like me than hate me at this point. And let's go ahead and start our war here and see how things go. The Emperor's Regency, event in Rio de Janeiro. The triumviral regency of the landowners and armed forces was recently overthrown and replaced by the democratically elected Feijó Regency. Okay. Until Emperor Pedro comes of age, Brazil will likely be engulfed by political turmoil. Intelligence under Feijó will be unwilling to join political parties until the regency period is concluded. We get regency period for 9 years, losing legitimacy, putting our legitimacy at unacceptable, and going to cause some problems. That is fine. We're going to start working on the slave trade. Bolivia has declared us their rival. Our navy is moving out. We need to wait and hold for our organization to get back up here. We now have the advantage in numbers. We're going to let them kind of smash their faces against us. The fall of slavery. The defeat of Salivary, not slavery. The defeat of Felipe Salivari's coup attempt has led to the complete consolidation of Bolivian domination over Peru. General Andrés de Santa Cruz has declared the imminent formation of a confederation between the two nations. So what then? Okay. Approval of the confederation to the General Brazil gets against the confederation, giving us bonus maneuvers. We will be against them. And we'll need to keep an eye on them because they will have more military than us. We do have a little bit of infamy right now. We have a shortage of iron. Let's go ahead and import some. Sort by productivity here, and let's do it from the Americans. Want to have these guys like us. And we can take our time eating up these regions that are neighboring us piece by piece. All right, let's just check your navy here. You have no flotillas, you have no flotillas, you have no flotillas, you have no flotillas, so we could do a naval invasion to kill them off anytime. Income has gone down. That's a good thing we let ourselves adjust a little bit. Mostly from probably military wages hopping up. No. All right, so there goes the Rio Grande's Republic. They have been annexed. With the defeat of the Rio Grande's Republic's field army, General Luis Alves de Lima y Silva has proposed the granting of amnesties and extensive concessions to bring Rio Grande do Sul back into the fold and to avoid prolonged guerrilla fighting. So we can get... If they want to leniency, they surrendered back in 1835. I probably want to grant them concessions here. We'll take the expenses, lose the authority, and we'll lose the devastation. Faith knows borders with Uruguay down in the south. I'd rather just get the approval of... Intelligence should do like us. This would push us up to authority if we get the Catholic approval. So let's get the Catholic approval. Give us extra authority. We got another army here, and we have land. Let's look at our buildings that we have. So we have tooling workshops that need iron to produce their tools. For now, what's our demand of tooling here? We are in a shortage, but we also are in a shortage of iron as well, which is going to cause us some problems. Iron mines, we do have a couple. In Minas Gerais, we don't have a lot of infrastructure there, which is going to cause us a problem. We are very much lacking in infrastructure, and this is not connected to the sea, which is going to cause us a ton of issues. Especially when decrees are not... What we're going to do, we can stop the bolstering on the abolitionist. Do the road maintenance decree here, and we're going to do one tier of iron mine. And it's a good thing we're pushing for railways first, I think. That's fine. We'll swap that over later. We have rice farms, pig orchards, and tooling could be of value here. Butchering tools produces more meat, costs more tooling. We're already short on tools. We do have gold mines. Do we have options to build more gold mines? This will be important for me. Gas streetlights, market squares. Do we have access to coal? We do. And a decent amount of it, too. Okay. Didn't see gold mines in that list, which is unfortunate. Fishing wharves, I want to go to fishing trawlers. It just makes sense. Keep those as is. Do we have something I can min-max to make us not have more costs? No, we're doing good in both wood and hardwood, so that's fine. Coffee could be a good export for us. Let's start with the American, just to get some trade done with them. And fruit to the British. What's our law enforcement investment? We could up it. More power for the landowners, but the alternative is the fact that it is going to help with our state turmoil penalties. And we're weakening the landowners elsewhere, right? So let's do it. Eventually, we're going to cut over to dedicated police force anyway, which will be better. This law has paused because we have ultimate government here. Okay. So if I kick the intelligentsia out, who is a proponent of this law? It's only the intelligentsia, so I can't really do that. I need to keep the intelligence in power. I could cut taxes. Or I could just fucking take my lumps here. No one hates this law. We'll let it sit. We're going to gain radicals because of that. I need to take my other army and do a naval invasion here. Who is the better offensive guy, do you think? You have higher offensive value. So let's say for you, I want you to advance front, and you're going to target Graupera. Your capital state is the east, which means we should be able to kill you. Naval invasion will take all the land we need, and just like that, we are at peace. All right, well, look at that. Peace treaty. We now have this event. Despite the capitulation of the main Cabano government in Belim, countless rebels continue to resist our rule upstream. Hardened by years of brutal conflict, the Brazilian army has taken an especially harsh attitude towards the rebel bands, mainly comprised of free Afro-Brazilians and Amazonian fighters. No most traitors burn the rebel. We gain infamy, we get devastation, migration, traction, mortality, a lot of bad modifiers, and killing off a lot of population in this region. Not the best. Let's go make sure we are resetting these areas. We are going to do this new one. Softwood, wrought iron tools. And there we go. We got some new land. Do I need to incorporate any of these states? Let's work on the Amazonias here, which has nothing, but it's valuable. It's valuable. 20 rubber plantations in the future is nothing to scoff at. We can get value from those at any point in time. Realm of War has been completed. I don't remember what they got for us. I think it's good. And we want to look at integrating this nation. So now we have National Hero Zerno, who's won a battle against a state that is not Brazilian and has been hailed as a hero in the event, a new national hero. So we need to go and fight people. And we need to have one of these events available to us. So they're going to let our infantry tick down. We're probably going to attack like Paraguay or something. Got to see which view is value. We have two states here. Who do we have return state against? I remember seeing that when I looked earlier. And it's against Bolivia and New Granada. Granada's got a pretty large army. We'll let it sit. We're making money. Slaves speculative workplace sabotage. Slaves become radical, or we lose some throughput. I'm fine losing some throughput for a little bit. It's going to hurt us, but that's fine. And I really do want to export some of these goods more, because we do have agrarian markets here. Let's get a second import route for iron for now. It's not actually super good here. I have excess stuff. I could do a taxation. Let's make sure everything is getting employed. Got to familiarize myself with the new lands that we have. Fully employed. Rio de Janeiro and Pernambuco are both suffering. Satisfied with the current employment. Okay. Clergymen and manor houses are satisfied with the current employment. So let's look at Rio. Oh my god, we have so many small garbage states. So Rio's over here. You have no peasants, no employed. And you've got quite a few buildings that require population. And this is going to be downsize. So Rio, let's run a greener grass campaign to try to get some people to move here. Do I have open borders? I have migration controls. Shit, okay. Less than ideal. Let's see if I can get an agitator. We have a sovereignist. Okay. Closed borders, migration. This is a new thing. I've not seen this. They endorse multiculturalism, though, which is good. But I don't know how I feel about endorse closing borders and migration controls. Then you have authoritarian. Neither of these are good. What I probably want to do is work on these 2 laws next time, but I can't pass anything because of our current government. So, time modifiers, the cloud of the government. I could definitely go up to here. This is going to cause problems, though. It's going to cause us radicals, and which we don't want. All right, this is going to probably cancel the law being passed. If it does, it's fine. Or it's going to stay in debate. Oh, there we go, legislative failures. All right, so that law's gone. Let's do other stuff. Dedicated police force would be really good for us to have. It's going to piss off the landowners. I will try. It'd be really good to get this fixed right now. We also now have excess or a loss in bureaucracy. Do we have anywhere we need tax? We don't. We don't. Okay, we'll sit on it for now. What is this? Bolivia does not exist or has lost all of its South Andean states. Release their subjects before the progress bar reaches 100%. Good relations. Bolivia is in a custom union with Brazil. It's an alliance. It's a pact. Okay. Where's Bolivia's 100% market consolidation for Bolivian? Okay. So we need to overtake Bolivia by making you a protectorate. You have 12 troops. Your subjects are puppets. They will help you. I think we try it. We have a front with them, but they don't have a navy. We're going to subjugate you. Let me just double check here and think about the exact way to craft this. So, does not exist or has lost all of its South Andean and Quechua subjects. At least one of these. So get rid of the state, or we have good relations and have them in a country. So one protectorate will be enough. Yes. Let's see. If we do this, probably going to add the return state because it makes sense. And I want to get people involved. So let's see what we can do to get other guys on our side here. There's a coup being plotted by the landowners. We are going to resist it. War goals. You would accept a liberate subject. I don't really want that from Chile. Obligation sounds great. Let's get an obligation. And that's going to get... I believe that's Ecuador on our side. Opens up a second front. And we are going to add ourselves a war reps goal here. Let's not take the infamy. If they fight us, they fight us. If they back down, they back down. I want war reps from Bolivia. I want war reps from everybody. And that's fine. We're going to humiliate Bolivia too. Bolivia... We'll make all the war reps that we can private. Well, we probably don't need the humiliate in there. We're throwing it in for the fun. 2 guys on that front. I'm going to have the guy I had defending up in this region up here. You are going to mobilize and station in Ecuador, and we're going to put our navy in there as well. We have a new army, so let's make sure we are paying them well now we're upgrading our units. Costs will go up. That's fine. Working with dedicated police force, chance of stalling is not minor. We're going to do naval invasions all along this coast here, starting with North Peru. Landowners want oligarchy. Going to lose legitimacy. That's enough legitimacy to probably push us. What's this range here? Okay, we can take the hit. Lose your approval, that's fine. It advanced. We are losing a ton of money. It's temporary, though. This army here, naval invade Kashmirka. You probably were going to have one guy mobilized to stop it. That's fine. We can beat one guy. I just got a tech unlocked. Q needs to go away. Armed forces don't like us. If I look at my tech, we probably just got lathe. We did. So furniture, leaded glass, and dye workshops for textile mills. Turn all of those on. And at this point, I probably, honestly, want to fix these damn things. Okay. Everything that has negative revenue needs to go away. We're importing our guns. No fucking wonder. Okay, import more iron. Let's move the iron up in the queue. Just because we did just change our building here. There we go. We took one region. Marching on Lima next. One of you needs to come down to this front over here. We do with our mini armies. You go ahead and push this front. I think you're all right to do that. About to go into the negative. Now let's invade Ica. Start pushing the front aggressively over in this region. We are. Losing naval invasion, that's fine. We are occupying other stuff. Fear amongst investors. Hero Street, we get loan interest rate. Coup might succeed here. Could throw the landowners out of government. We're winning in the northern battle. I'm going to go and attack Antioquia just to cause chaos in this region. Open up another front. Where is your capital? Strategic objective and start your push. Okay, we are losing in this region. Just defend here. You can cautious advance. New national hero. Cool. Let's keep him around. You get traditional Calando, and you can use it to integrate the Solista people. You're going to integrate the Solistas. And we have this event done. Every system pop, Globo will become Brazilian. And there we go. So we are unifying our people very slowly. The solution was war. Who would have guessed? All right, new lines have been drawn. I'm confident this will get passed now that we've taken all of these sites. You can go. We need to assign people to different fronts here. Let's see. And this is coming along perfectly. More prestige at the cost of expenses. Let's lose some interest group and some prestige. That's fine. Actually doing quite well passing dedicated police force. I'm surprised. Managing to make money again. The war is over. And we've got what we want. Alright, so we've gotten all the protectorate, the war reps, and everything. And we have destroyed the Peru-Bolivian Federation. With the dissolution of the Peru-Bolivian Federation and an ascent rival to the Brazilian interest in the Andes has been defeated. The balance of power in South America has been set right once more. I can't speak right now. Damn. All right, so we now have two subjects. We have a puppet and protectorate. We are going to improve with both of them once we have the influence to do so. And I want to choose a new rival region. Let's rival Chile and make the South our enemy here. And I want to improve with Bolivia. Let's ditch the improving with the Netherlands. Let's improve with both of our new subjects here. And what are interactions we can do with you? Nah, you should pay me. I'm fine with both of these current actions that we have. You're an indirect subject, but eventually you'll be on our side. We can allow unchecked slavery. This is going down. Powerful landowners support slowly rigid puritude. Okay. If it fails, we need to make sure this doesn't fail. So to stop this from failing, we need to get the landowners out of government, weaken them, and reduce the support. So we got to get the government out. Let's wait till the election, and I'm going to throw the landowners out in the election. Yeah. And we'll force the coup to end that way. It's going to piss off the landowners, but oh well. If we can get the dedicated police force to pass before then, I will be a very happy lad. I'm a happy lad. Okay, there we go. So election 100 days. We have integrated the Solistas. And now we need to work on the other guys. So we need to go to war against other people or let our time tick down. This guy has given up his status as a subject, is now a protectorate. That's fine. I'm going to go fight Paraguay, I think, next once we can decrease these guys. Momentum added to them, or we get some radicals. We'll get the momentum. That's fine. And in 40 days, we will be all right. A shot in the dark. Coup will treat, but I will definitely want to have the coup just be weakened. Or we let it advance and take the hit to the industrialist opinion. We'll lose the authority instead. Our authority is shit. That is fine. We're not passing any laws anyway. And it's going to be bound to change based on the election. This is not a good group for us. Fuck it, throw them out. They are traitors. They're going to be very pissed. Let's just deal with it. All right, so we have a very pissed off landowner. Are there any laws that you favor? We could go towards like autocracy and make them happy. Alternatively, if we could, I like the idea of doing a peasant movement guy. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to suffer from an illegitimate government. I can't really stop it for now. I also want to get rid of the ban on slave trade. And we're still losing it. We need to reduce the pro-slavery movement. 10%, really. It's so small. Can't do slave trade. What's my solution here? If I ditch my consumption tax, I can reduce the pro-slavery movement. And hopefully if that weakens enough, I can throw other people in to hopefully keep this all right here. Reach period will be over when you are... $13. Is it 18 or is it 16? I'm not sure. Not sure. We're not building anything. That's a problem. Costs. We've dealt with a little bit of our iron demand. We do need more clothing. We do need more tooling. If I were to come over here and kick you up to wrought iron tooling, you'll make more of that. But I want to have more iron mines. We can also build gold mines. These are on our subjects. Eventually they'll be ours, but for now we'll keep them as is. And let's do this in Minisker Race. It's going to cost us more. How close are we to getting? We need to have other stuff. We need to get mechanical tooling. All right. I know we were doing mechanical tooling, but I want to do atmospheric engine pump first and then mechanical tooling. Only because the benefits from having these two things are going to be good. Then I want to also prep a couple steel mills. Where do I have infrastructure and peasants? Let's do... for now, one steel mill in Pernambuco. We can integrate the Amazonias. Good. Everyone becomes Brazilian. Welcome. Now we just need to do the Paulistas and or the Nordestinos. Slavery ban is to get the Nordestinos, but I can work with it elsewhere. And this is going to be a problem because of the way that worked. And they're very pissed. Okay, if I can just get these to tick down, things like the pro-slavery movement. Pro-slavery movement goes to 0. And we get out of the reach period. I can... So I put you in government. It was an extra couple points, right? What I need to do is pass this law, but can't get the support because we're illegitimate. It's a problem. We're also in credit right now, and our credit's costing us 2K from additional expenses. It's going to time out, though. When does that time modifier expire? $21, 2 years. Okay. We have a bunch of negative values here. Okay. Is war the way out of this? Probably not. Could raise taxes. We cut our consumption tax, which is going to cost us. We can get it back with tobacco, though. And if I cut government wages just by a little bit. Early coronation, and now we've left the Regency period. Okay, he's charismatic. He advances. That's fine. Okay. So that's going to help a little bit. So now we have this action here for the slave trade. And it's growing. If I were to say come over here and throw these guys into power, does that still grow? It declines, but not by... I can counteract that for a little bit. I'd rather have stability. So we have people in power who tend to be problematic. Can I do anything with them? Probably frontier colonization is going to be good for us. Let's do colonial. Attention decay. Let's do colonial resettlement, I think. We're going to expand to the south. This will be good for us. Pissing off the roll folks, not good, though. Let's focus on our own stuff. Frontier colonization. It's going to have a cost associated with it. We need to actually queue up, probably. We have extra interests. Focus on the north. Need to queue up a couple government administrations. I should be definitely doing more in the way of... Let's see what I'm thinking. More in the way of agricultural goods. We're an agrarian economy. We should be utilizing that more so. Because agrarianism gives us the benefits of having bonuses for the farmers and clergymen. So if we build more farms, things get better. Are doing nothing. So this is the land reformer and the armed forces. I'm fine with both of you having some good strength there. Let's go along that line. Landowners are pissed. Time will tell how this goes. The current leader is a moderate. Can't invite anybody else. Our current intelligentsia leader is a diplomat. That's also fine. Ethics of debate. Sufficient chance of passing or 75% chance. Let's go with the higher odds. We got 10%. Credit slowing being paid off. Interest will go down. Brazilian French Fellowship has formed. Need to make sure everyone who has an interest in this region likes us. Good. It's big Mexico currently. They haven't fought anybody else. And we're about getting time to do our next war. Any other great power have invested? Let's get Spain, since they tend to be involved. And we are going to start protectorating all these small guys around us, I think. I could directly take this. Or I could confederate you. Alliance with Chile. If I attack Uruguay, or just take Paraguay directly. Let's go for the Confederation route and make you a protectorate. We're going to get everybody into our customs union and then slowly integrate them over the course of the rest of the game. I think that's a smart idea, because they'll use their construction capacity, base 10, to just make things better for them. Let's get 2 armies here. I'm going to also give you a war reps demand. Olivia would join. What would you want? You want an obligation. We're going to save that for a bigger war. So we can get more benefits to our royal list. Let's get the just opinion boost. Remember, our goal here is to eventually ditch the royalist shtick. Let's go ahead and cut back our government wages even more. Keep our economy growing. And another tax. Let's do a coffee tax. We have shortages of man of wars. Do we not make man of wars, or we have import routes that I need to cut out here? Do we have a shipyard? We have a shipyard and a military shipyard. Why am I importing this? Cut that out. Do we not meet the demands with our shipyard? So our shipyard down here needs more workers. Okay. So I could protectorate Chile here. You would just take that land down there. I'll let you fight the subjects. I'd rather you not lose your colonization progress. There's our gold rush. Let's spread the word and get that migration attraction. Brazilian dream. Standard living increases. Focus on standard living for now. And I want to build us another construction sector in Pernambuco. Alright, currently we're using some greener grass campaigns in Rio. How have those been working? Are these guys able to employ? Can I look at the population trend? How has that been working? It's been going down. They're migrating out. How's our food security? Why are they migrating? We probably need a little bit more grain. Alright, let's let these things we're currently building finish. Getting atmospheric engine pumps soon. This agriculture is also on the way. This is trending down, but slowly. Very powerful landowners. We're making a lot of money here. What has happened? Oh, some of our interest things have gone away. And the war's over. That's why. Pay our government. Reap the benefits. And we are going to increase our costs here as well. Okay, Uruguay or Argentina? Well, I think I'm partial to taking Uruguay first. For the 2 infamy here. Get the 11 troops out here. We're going to use our navy just to sit right there. I want war reps. Great Britain would get involved for an obligation. Interesting. That's concerning if I do an attack here. Standard living for lower strata, or just lose some armed forces approval. We'll lose the approval. Frontier colonization is improving. Discord the intelligentsia. Win-win on both fronts. Ooh, lose 15% landowner attraction. We'll take that every time. Our radicals are growing. Well, they've actually gone down. All things considered. We have a higher number of... We did just build a steel mill, is why the iron costs are going up. So let's go ahead and consolidate this. Just sort by earnings here. Do it in Bahia. I want profit right now. Gold reserves are growing. We're getting our government administrations built, and I want to get another construction sector. Let's do Ciara. Well, just throughput. I think throughput matters here. Let's do Pernambuco. We're going to have to build a lot of railways very soon. As soon as we get the tech, in fact. All right, but you are fine. You're on our side. Let's improve with both of our new subjects here. All of our protectorates. And if I look at my diplomacy, we should see... Okay, you are decreasing. That's good. I want to get these guys towards our puppet status, right? Because you go straight to puppet. You do. Now it'll give us Peru. I'm not granting you independence, that's for sure. And, okay, so here's the question. Do I attack you? Let's do Argentina. Let's keep up our shtick of subjugating this entire continent. One state at a time. Alright, keep our 4 available. We're going to mobilize everybody. Might not use them all, but we want them mobilized. Because I'm getting a lot of value. We're going to call in our obligation for... You get a war goal. If I put you in for revoking the claim on Jujuy, I can get my war reparations on Argentina. Make that a primary. You should call in Peru. And we're going to do a protectorate on Chile. Frontier colonization has been got. I don't think we're going to be doing much colonization. Actually, we can do Alto Paraguay, which sounds cool. Let's put you up on this coast here. And we're going to start a naval invasion in the south, probably, of this region. We'll open up a front down there in Chile. Or I could advance this front. This is the capital state anyway, so Santiago is valuable. Let's also get that war reps with Chile. And there we go. It's going to cost us a lot. We'll take the cost. Small communities of fugitive slaves. Lose landowner approval. And their soil enrichment. So that's going to be good for us. Let's turn on a lot of these things we have available and then fix our economy after. Starting with our soil enrichment for all of these guys. Let's also do butchering tools here. Now that we actually are getting some fertilizer from them, we derive more value from having those tools being used. Leaded glass, we'll deal with the lack of lead in a second. Let's get the coal imports. Or I could just put coal into our queue. We have a ton Rio Grande de Sol. Let's get 2 coal there. Gonna need a lead mine as well. So get a lead mine there as 2. We'll do it in this order. Fertilizer-wise, we need to import some from America. Can I levy another tax to help me make ends meet? Probably services is in our future. Speaking of, if I cut our greener grass in Rio, this wasn't really working for us. Let's just cut it right now. And we are going to use the services. Save us a little bit of money. If I can go back here and cut government wages, and now we are making money. There's a play for power for the royal folk. I'm fine doing that. I'm hoping when they get power, they'll take it from the larger party. And we lose our guy. Get the pop attraction for the peasant movement. And we have shortages of a lot of goods. A lot of goods. They can stay in the Brazilian Federation, whatever. If I host your embassy, I don't want to cost me money to maintain that. We'll just chill here. I'm in war here. I can do my naval invasion. Let's start with Santa Fe here. There is atmospheric engine pumps. That's going to be very valuable for us. The problem is it's going to cost us coal, which we don't yet have. We're still going to turn it on because it's value. Also, I haven't been looking at all of my things, only some of them. Can I turn one of you on to craftsmanship sewing? Let's just do one here. Likewise, I want one of you to do luxury furniture. It's going to add a cost for silk farm, silk plantations. Can I grow silk in my own place? That I don't know. Alright, we're going to have a demand for coal here. A ton of it. Do the British and do the French. Silk, can I grow that myself? I don't see any of that, so we're going to have to rely on imports for the time being. And it's only one, so let's do the French. Money is coming in, credit's being paid off. Open up a new front. Let's prioritize getting you over here. And we can just win the front here without having anything happen. 6 on this one. Argentina will fall. And it's just all about taking Chile. You take this. Where did that 6 go? Let's get the naval invasion going in Santiago. I've taken Chile down. Let's improve relations with our new subject, if I can. I need a rival. Denmark, I don't care about you. And Venezuela, you can join the list of rivals. And we're going to improve with our subject. Our new protectorate, paying for more money. And here we go. We have some good expansion going on. I really want to change this to have other people in power, but right now contested government's just benefiting us too much right now. Can't really go anywhere with our current setup at the moment. We could go for elected bureaucracy. We don't need the tax capacity. It does piss off the landowners, though. Our current landowners have time modifiers from us doing a lot of bad things to them. Mostly from the slave trade changes. Speaking of, this right here is still ticking down. Pro-slavery. We have to kick the landowners out of government to do this. We should pass this law, by the way. We want both these things done. And Chile is under our boot as well. So these guys, do they like each other? They have rivalries. So if I rival one of them, I can rival the other, because they should not be able to support each other. No enemy of my enemy is my friend stuff going on here. Oh, we already are improving both those guys. Cool. So I am tempted just to do this. In fact, let's do this just to give us some time. Because our current loyalty is 67%. If I do it like so, the landowners will leave. And I can do some other things here. Public schooling speaks to me. Let's do it. We'll eat the bureaucracy cost. We'll fix that in a little bit. Right now, we need to fix actually most of our losses in economy. We're making a lot of money here. Part of that's because I reduced government wages, but if we cut that back to a baseline value, we still are making 5K. I do want to build us one motor industry. It's not going to be making us any profit right now, but having one available in Pernambuco will help us when we can unlock our next tech in 3 years. Okay. But each of these is taking about a year to, well, not a year, make half a year-ish to produce anyway. So up to 7 million GDP. How does that compare to the other one? Number 14, great power. Faith knows no bounds. Let's do relationship with Peru increases. That is just good benefit for us. Foreign manifesto, royalist movement, or let's get support here. Bonus interest group chance. Let's try the 25% chance. It passed. Public school. I think is good. Our new guy is a traditionalist. Okay. Precision tooling for furniture manufacturing. Steel tools for tooling workshops. Let's do the slaughterhouses. We're going to just cause a tooling shortage and then need to come and fix it. I'm aware of that. Don't have sulfur yet, but once we do, that will be good. Let's go ahead and do steel tooling right away because we have the steel mill. I say steel mill because there's one of them. And let's do precision tooling in this one place. I think that makes sense. It's like going to elastics. Okay, so I believe it was... Where is that one steel mill? We've had trouble in the past with the steel mill not doing what I want it to. It's Pernambuco. Let's take a look at the steel mill. Right now you don't have a high interest rate here. And it's because it's low balance. But if we deal with the cost of iron and coal, this should go up. So we should be fine. We'll lose some radicals here. And that's in Pernambuco. So there's one guy who's constantly calling me out for not using social mobility. I will use it now when I think it's necessary. Right now we don't have a problem of qualifications or education access. We have a problem of just not having, the goods. The market price for our input goods is just too high to justify. So if we can get rid of the cost of iron and coal, we will do better. But it's going to take a little bit to get there. All right, so there's the lead mine. I probably want to do a little more imports of iron. Well, it's going down. Could import some right now, but I rather would not. Our exports aren't too hot either. Though the French 7 productivity per at 4. Sugar sounds decent. Wine as well. So the French will do both. I am saying our bureaucracy is shite. These are export routes. We're importing coal. Don't think we need to import that anymore. Don't think we need to import this anymore. We're going to deal with a lot of these on our own. That should be met by our own demand as well. And how are we looking on coal? We're improving. It's not there yet, but we are improving. Okay, what about forming a power block? Can I do it? What would I want it to be? Probably like a trade league here, honestly. I want to probably do like internal trade for the infrastructure bonus. Although the trade route competitiveness is just really good. Let's do that. The Brazilian League sounds cool. And I need more influence. So if I cut the one with this one that's almost finished anyway, form the power block. Let's make it Brazilian-ish. Our flag has yellow in it. Is there anyone that's like the same shade? Our secondary color is going to be a yellow. It's not the same shade of yellow. This is a little... I'm partially colorblind, so this is going to be hell. Our primary color, I want to do a darker shade of green. And our emblem color will just be black for now. We're going to do just a simple shield. Center will be... What speaks Brazilian? We'll do the merchant here. Can I do like a... It's a good color. None of these are good colors. What goes good with green and yellow? It's hard to say. We'll do white for now. Whatever. At the top, we're just going to do none. At the sides, we're going to do angels because we love our Catholicism down here. And we'll do... This is fine for the background here. And our statue, we'll just randomize it a couple times. I'm probably never going to build these, but that looks good to me. And here is the Brazilian League. All right, a lot of people are going to hate that movement. That's fine. I want to get it working. And now we're actually unifying a lot of this region. It will pay dividends. Steals and shortage, we are over time. All right, so our start has gone so far, so good. Like, we're doing all right. Matter of slavery is still in risk of failing. Magnanimous monarch will be fine. I think we need to integrate the Nordestinos. That requires slavery banned, which is pretty easy. Or, well, not pretty easy. It's something we need to work on. And then we have this thing over here to deal with. which requires River of Coffee, meaning we need to build up more agriculture to get that to unlock. But that's going to be pretty easy. So the only thing is going to be slavery ban and getting that moved along here. And for that, we are suppressing the pro-slavery movement. So that's good. We are doing well as far as income. I can probably increase our construction capacity. I probably will want to do that immediately at the start of our next turn, or next episode. Let's do it in Minas Gerais. Working on getting railways, that's going to be crucial to us, right? Because we need to fix our infrastructure problems that we have right here. Our government is a little bit unacceptable. We'll deal with that. It's going to take time, but we want to keep the landowners out of it. We're currently building back up this journal entry here to help us out. But if we can weaken the landowners, we can start moving away from the things that are giving them bonuses here. Likewise, we probably should do the same with getting higher law enforcement levels. But for now, I'm Cosman here. I hope you enjoyed. I've been Sean, Blue Screeners. As always, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.